Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for being here today. My name is Jordan and I'm here to do a general tarot card reading for the Pisces Collective. We're going to start by pulling some spirit animal cards, then we'll move into a 10-card tarot spread. Thank you so much for hitting the thumbs up button and commenting below and subscribing to my channel. I appreciate all of your love and support. What is going on for the Pisces Collective? We have Frog Spirit. This card says clear out the clutter. I'm seeing a downpour of rain when I look at this card. So there could be a major release happening. Major karmic release is what I'm hearing. And we have Cow Spirit. The miracles are endless. You know, there's a book that I read back when I used to read books. I mean, I haven't read any books really for a long time. I guess life got me going in different directions, but I do plan to read books again. But getting back to my story, it was a beautiful book about how the world started one by one, like a plague. People started going blind and only able to see white. And the whole world went blind over, a couple of months. And it was a pandemic. And in the beginning of the pandemic, right where it originated, one of the doctors, like an eye doctor, got sick because he was visited by the first person who turned blind. So when they realized there was a pandemic happening, there was a quarantine. And long story short, the wife lied about being blind as well in order to go into quarantine with her husband because she didn't want him to go in there blind all by himself. And this was a huge sacrifice that she made because she's basically putting herself into prison. It was like a prison. The whole book got nastier and nastier as everyone turned blind, and eventually the quarantine burned down and people escaped. So she escapes with her friends that she met there, plus her husband. But the whole time that everyone's turning blind, she doesn't turn blind. And it's this whole idea that, she didn't turn blind because she willingly, showed her love and showed her service and wanted to guide people through this. So it was kind of like a Jesus story, wrapped into a new guise. But at the end of the book, it starts to rain. And these three women are out on the porch. They're all blind. Well, one of them is this lady who isn't blind. So there's two blind women plus another one, the one that is the main character. And it starts raining, and then they're bathing in the rain because now that the world is shut down, there's no such thing as a bath anymore. And they're being cleansed by the rain. And it was a huge release. It was a beautiful part, ending to the book. And then after that rain, everyone started waking up to their able to see again. And they were able to see the carnage and the damage of everything around them. So it was a huge miracle. And that's where I'm getting with this cow spirit. The miracles are endless. It's like after a huge blind spell where maybe everyone wasn't able to see clearly what was really going on. Everyone may have been under some type of spell or illusion. Maybe even you were. But one person has witnessed this whole thing. And it's hard to say who had it worse, the blind people or the person who had to witness the whole thing happen with their eyesight. But at the end of the day, there's a huge release coming. There's a huge awakening coming is what I'm getting from these cards. A big transformation with the butterfly spirit underneath the bottom of the deck. So we're going to get into this. What's going on in the current moment? Spirit. So there's this great awakening, this huge release. Some type of battle or fight or conflict has come to a conclusion. And somebody wants to save a relationship. Someone's backtracking here. They may not have fought for you during this conflict. They may have held back. They may have hesitated. They may have even spoken against you. There's that devil. So I'm getting that like the group, because we've got group energy coming through with the oracle cards, was all convinced of a certain illusion, with the devil card being here, that kind of held you down or held people down, but you saw through this illusion, and you were genuine throughout this whole process, Pisces. That's what I'm getting. You said no to the injustice and was unapologetically your own self throughout this whole process. So in the future, there's a big decision happening here about this relationship. Not sure of which way to go, what to do. Got to weigh the pros and cons and prioritize what's important. Part of you doesn't want to work together with this person because there's a trust that was broken there. They weren't on your side, or they didn't believe you. Actually, this could have been a group kind of mentality that has kind of like gaslighted your own experience. But that's come to a conclusion. That's the main message in the current moment. There is peace. There is a rest to this conflict. It was a disaster zone for quite some time, is what I'm hearing. Many relationships and opportunities and many relationships and opportunities were tested and didn't pass the test. So what do I mean by that? I feel like in this situation, you were kind of isolated and left to your own devices, this Three of Pentacles reversed. People didn't want to see your side or your opinion or your truth. They wanted to see the illusion because it was grand, because it was more, flashy, like that Ace of Wands, that flash. And here's the flash in the Tower card. So this was very destructive with your trust of these people, with your relationship with these people, with the situation. There could have been one person at the center of it all. Could have been family, workplace. You had to stand your ground, but you also couldn't, you were angry, you were upset, but you couldn't retaliate in the way that you wanted to. There was no conclusion. There was no end to this. How do you convince somebody of a truth when they are believing the illusion? You can't really do that. But the miracle that's happening now is that this is coming to a close. There's an acceptance here, and there's an awakening. That great awakening we talked about in the beginning of the reading. Here's the new beginning, and here is the awakening, the rebirth with the Ten of Swords reversed. There's going to be balance that comes back into the situation, and there's going to be healing. And somebody in this dynamic really wants to come in and save this relationship that they have with you. Maybe even multiple people. I just dropped a card. Let's see what it is. Okay. I feel like there's a couple of different relationships going on in this reading. And one of these relationships is kind of like rest in peace, you know. There's no going back. It just wasn't powerful enough to withstand the damage that was done. Someone seriously wants to fix this, though. And they're jumping into action. They're acting in your behalf. It's could have to do with a common goal that you share with this person, or a foundation that you share, resources that you share, a home. There's going to be a lot of conversation, talk, and action happening around the what this relationship evolves around. So let's clarify what this person wants to do and to save in this relationship. What do they want to save? What are their intentions? It's almost like someone realizes, oh my gosh, this illusion is over, and they want to rush in as quickly as possible with this Knight of Swords to apologize. And then we've got another person here who is kind of taking their time to come in. I know the Knight of Wands can be just as fast as the Knight of Swords, but you know, the Knight of Swords is much more visibly faster than the Knight of Wands. So it's like another person who wants to take action in this dynamic. When they didn't take action in the past, all they're going to meet is all they're going to see is like a roadblock here, because you're not willing to work with this energy anymore. There's like no reconciliation with this person who should have taken action in the past. But we also have another person here who is more so they played a different role. And I want to clarify that person. What are they thinking? What do they want? Judgment. I feel like this person is saying, like they see your true self. They see your highest vibrational form. They're no longer under this illusion that you are whatever illusion there was here. It's been cleared, you know? And there's a message here of someone who betrayed a relationship. Anyway, it's going to be a different situation for everybody, you know? There was betrayal. There was commitments broken. There was emotional manipulation. But there also was you this whole time, whether you're male or female, who, you know, knew your worth, knew your value, and other people are seeing it now. And, yeah, they don't want to work together with this other person anymore who instigated this whole thing, this tricky Knight of Wands. Regardless of who did what and who is who in this reading, the main message here is that it's a miracle that this is coming to a conclusion. There's a huge release. There's a huge clearing of karmic energy with that devil reversed, and relationships can heal now. And you can decide which relationships to heal and which ones to leave in the dust. Okay? Let them come to you. All right, that's what I've got for the reading. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you again soon.